the American Bulldogs. So obviously I was looking for the origins of the dog. I learned a lot about Alenort dogs and so on, you know. And when I got into the BullyKutta, well, my first thing was I used to try to find the original bulldog. That was my aim as a youngster. Try to get the original bulldog, get the original dog back on its form, bring it back to the United Kingdom. Anyway, after I left that, before that, I was into the BK anyway. I was always looking for that dog. You know, if I could find that perfect dog here, it might be my luck, because I heard about them bringing them over to India. But obviously, being a young boy, you don't really have much understanding about history. You don't look into things. But when I got into the BullyKutta, my first thing was do your research, look into the history, find out everything about it that you possibly can. And if that means that you have to stay up all night, so be it. What I learned from the BullyKutta was that their nature is completely different to any other breed. They've got characteristics of other breeds that are not even Mastiffs. They've got intelligence of that. So it interested in me more. And not just that, I thought to myself, hold on a minute, I'm trying to put the British dogs out there. Why not I go back to Pakistan and do theirs? I mean, I'm British, I'm born British, you know, family's been here since the 50s. But Pakistan is where our roots are. So I thought, you know what, I'm struggling here with the British breed, so let's go BullyKutta. Started looking at dogs, and eventually I found one guy, he imported one. The bitch wasn't all that, but I know all the pedigree, I know the whole bloodline, so I found out everything, and then I decided to purchase a BullyKutta and go down that route. And I've never looked back, and I don't think I ever will. For the size and everything, that dog won't even flinch. It will not touch anybody. I've done this, I've done tests with my friends' children. I've put their babies, you know, their babies are there, I'm there as well. They're sitting with the baby. The dog will not even look at the baby, won't even touch the baby. My friend's 2-year-old, I think she was 2 or 3 years old, I think she was. And I said to him, he goes, look, she loves your dog. Can she walk him? I said, of course she can. Walk her, sorry. So anyway, she decided to walk her, and I was like, you know what, let me hold the lead, because she really pulls. But Sean, what I learned was that day I saw this, she didn't pull. She didn't pull at all. She knew that a child was holding her. So naturally, their intelligence is so good. Their scent, they can pick up on things. Mm-hmm. Okay, their guarding ability is amazing. You could tell, you know, you get them soppy eye look that the dogs give you when you tell them off.
Yeah,
they're so good at doing that. They're good at telling you that there's something wrong. They will tell you when there's an issue. They will tell you, look, I've got an issue. They will approach you. They will keep bugging you. The thing about the BullyKutta, the greatness about the BullyKutta is such an amazing companion if it's brought up properly. Now, what we got to remember is, this is where we make a mistake. The BullyKutta has not been domesticated for thousands and thousands of years. How has it not been domesticated? Because in Pakistan, there's one keeper. You bring the dog out, walk him around, exercise him, put him back in. They prepare him for the game. You know, that's all that happens. The dog doesn't get told, sit down, give me paw, do this, do that. It wouldn't do that. They don't teach them that. So what happens is the dog becomes more or less wild. But when we bring these dogs over, we instantly, our initial thing is, yeah, the dogs, it's just a dog. No, it's not just a dog. This is another thing people need to get into their heads. It is a wild dog that has never been tamed. You will have to make effort with it. You will have to give time to the breed. You know, eventually when generations go on, they'll be more tamed. But for now, BullyKutta owners need to know this, that these dogs are not general, domesticated dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because in Pakistan, people don't keep them in their houses. They keep them on their roof, or they'll keep them in kennels, and so on. And majority of people who have these are landowners. You know, like Uncle Bob from down the road, he won't have it. He'd rather have a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler than a BullyKutta, because they don't understand the qualities of this breed. Mm-hmm. They don't understand it because no one's taught them. No one's given them the chance. They have not given the breed the chance to show its true beauty. Well, they drool, but they don't drool heavy. Their coat is very thin, coarse coat, so, you know, it's minimum shredding of the coat. Mm-hmm. You know, don't get me wrong, when they do shake that muzzle, you do get a lot of drool. They do surrender to command. A lot of people will say to you, no, they won't surrender to command, because what happened was, when I got the BullyKutta, a lot of people said, right, you're going to have problems, mate. These dogs are stubborn. You can't tame this dog, this, that, and the other. But I proved it. I showed everyone. Mm-hmm. I showed everything. That this is how the BullyKutta is, you know. But one thing I must say, the BullyKutta is not for an unexperienced owner. Mm-hmm. It's not for anyone, because what it is, the strength in the dog, if it wants to go, it will drag a 16-stone man flat on his face. Mm-hmm. They like to sleep a lot. They love sleeping. If they could sleep all day, they would sleep all day. But the thing is, when you take them out, that dog is gone. Mm-hmm. So it's like having an English bulldog in your house, and then when it's gone out, when you take that English bulldog out, it turns into a lurcher. Right. That is exactly what they are. Mm-hmm. That is exactly what they are. They've got natural guard instincts. You know, they will protect their family at any cost. We need to be, for BullyKutta owners, we need to be genuine people who are willing to make the commitment and who are willing to take the breed further. There's no point in you owning a BullyKutta if you cannot handle the breed. If you just want a dog to be a macho man, or if you want to own the dog just to say that I've got a BullyKutta, you might as well close that chapter and go and get yourself a Staffy or a Pitbull. The BullyKutta sometimes has skin condition. It gets dry skin, like eczema. Mm-hmm. I mean, sorry, not like eczema. I think it's like psoriasis. You know, right, where your skin gets flaky.
Right.
They get that, but I've seen that in bulldogs anyway. I've seen that, but there's every issue that the BullyKutta has, there's a solution. The other issue that they have is they're very, very stubborn. The biggest issue with the BullyKutta is their stubbornness. Uh-huh. They do have they get skin conditions, but obviously there's ways that we can counter them. We can fight them. Mm-hmm. Another thing is their bone structure, their whole frame structure doesn't develop until around 3 months old. So their frame is not formed until that period. Mm-hmm. The very large dogs, they grow very, very fast. I advise people to, firstly, give them calcium. Don't give them cow's milk either. A lot of people like to give them cow's milk. Don't give them that. It's high in lactose.
Right.
Goat's milk is good. If you want to give your dog's milk, give it goat's milk. Mm-hmm. You know, we all know, all dog men know that goat's milk is the best for dogs. We all know that. Mm-hmm. We don't need no scientific proof for that. Yeah, it is vicious. And it is a protector of his property. It will protect his family. But the BullyKutta, only on the last minute will that dog do anything. I don't really see a negative side to them, unless you want to say that their bark is so loud that it will scare your neighbours, if you want to say that's negative. And when they cry, trust me, they whine. It's like a baby, I'm not even joking. And it's horrible, because you're thinking, hold on, where's that coming from? Is that my dog or is that a baby? So if you want to put that as a negative, by all means, that can be a negative. They're easily maintained. You can easily look after them. But if you want to work with them, you've got to train. You've got to work hard with them. It's with anything. You put effort into it, you'll get results. If you don't want to put effort into it, you ain't getting no results. Okay, viciousness. is vicious towards other dogs. Yeah, they are. But this is naturally in them. Male dogs naturally, even if you look, there's other breeds out there. If you look at the bull terriers or even the bulldogs or even lurchers, dogs like that, even huskies, they don't like males. Mm-hmm. A lot of dogs don't like males. So that's what it is. The bullies, with the females, they're all right. But with male dogs, they're not really friendly. Mm-hmm. But this is not a fault within the breed. If your dog hasn't got that, your dog's not pure BullyKutta. Mm-hmm. If your dog's not got no gameness in it, if it ain't got aggression, you know, like the feeler, we have the feeler. Mm-hmm. Even if it bites a judge, it doesn't get disqualified. Why? Because it's naturally bred into that breed, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Same with the bully. It's not, don't get me wrong, it wouldn't actually bite a judge. Maybe one or two of them would. The old blood might do. Mm-hmm. The purist might do. You know, but a lot of the dogs nowadays, I doubt it very much, because what we're seeing is a lot of crossbreeds coming into the countries. Crossbreeds in the sense that Asil with Purana or Nagi, you know, not crossbreed with any other breed, but just BullyKuttas. So they're bullies, but crossed in bullies. Mm-hmm. I like the dogo. Mm-hmm. I like the dogo very much. I see a lot of, I mean, with the dogo, I know like how the brothers made up the breed themselves and how they used, you know, certain dogs to make up, and one breed's extinct today. But when I look at that breed, I see bulldog, mm-hmm. I see mastiff, I see pit bull, I see everything into one, more or less. You know, the only thing missing from it is probably, you know, what I see in the BK. I don't see that in the dogo. But my ideal dog, I'll be honest with you, I would like them. I would like them. Mm-hmm. That, Sean, it's only because you put me on the spot. Mm-hmm. And that's coming from the top of my head, you know. But that's the only other breed I'd probably reach out to. I mean, the pit, the dogo, the tozer, the feeler. Oh, actually, the feeler. You know what, Sean? Mm-hmm. The feeler would be the one. Mm-hmm. The feeler would be the one. I'll tell you why. Because within the feeler, there's a lot of characteristics within, same as the BullyKutta. Not just that. Also, when we measure the cranium and the muzzle of the BullyKutta, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, same as the feeler. Mm-hmm. So, to me, that's a very close relative. But that's the only two options I've got there, the feeler or the dogo, to be honest with you. I'm saying I love the Patterdale Terrier. Okay. I love it. Yeah. Such an amazing little thing. I mean, cuddly, game, beautiful. Oh, you know what? There's just something about that breed. My friend owns one, actually, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm mesmerised by your dog. I really like it. Mm-hmm. So that's probably where I'd go. I'd probably go for that. I wouldn't never go down the Frenchie and all that, because too much inbreeding, this, that, and the other. Yeah. But where's a Patterdale? Oh, what an amazing dog. Yeah.